Chapter 18 of the Complete Book of Cheese. This is the LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Miriam Esther Goldman. The Complete Book of Cheese by Robert Carlton Brown. Chapter 18, D to F. D. Daisies, fresh. A popular type and packaging of mild cheddar, originally English. Known as an all-around cheese to eat raw, cook, let ripen, and use for seasoning. Dalmatian, Austria. Hard ewe's milker. Dambo, Denmark. Semi-hard and nutty. Damen, or Glory of the Mountain. Loire de Montagne, Hungary. Soft, uncured, mild ladies' cheese, as its name asserts. Popular alpine snack in Viennese cafes with coffee gossip in the afternoon. Danish Blue, Denmark. Semi-hard, rich, blue-veined, piquant, delicate, excellent imitation of Roquefort, sometimes called Danish Roquefort, and because it is exported around the world, it is Denmark's best-known cheese. Although it sells for 20 to 30% less than the international triumvirate of blues, Roquefort, Stilton, and Gorgonzola, it rivals them and definitely leads lesser blues. Danish export, Denmark. Skim milk and buttermilk, round and flat, mild and mellow. A fine cheese, as many Danish exports are. Dansk Schweizerost, Denmark. Danish Swiss cheese, imitation Emmentaler, but with small holes. Nutty, sweet dessert or picnic cheese, as Swiss is often called. Danzig, Poland. A pleasant cheese to accompany a glass of the great liqueur, Goldwasser, eau de vie de Danzig, from the same celebrated city. Darling, USA. One of the finest Vermont cheddars, handled for years by one of America's finest fancy food suppliers, S.S. Pierce of Boston. Dauphin, Flanders, France. Season, November to May. D'Arigny fromage. See Alderney. Daventry, England. A Stilton type, white, small, round, flat, and very rich, with blue veins of a darker green. Decize, Nivernais, France. In season all year. Soft, creamy, mellow, resembles Brie. De Foin fromage. See Hay. De Fontaine, Spain. Crumbly, sharp, nutty. De Gascony fromage. See Castillon. De Gerardmer. See Récollet. Delft, Holland. About the same as Leyden. See. Delicio, the brand name of a truly delicious Brie. Delicat, USA. A mellow breakfast bread on the style of the German Frühstück original. See. De Lille Boule, French name for Belgian oeuf de casse. Demi-étouffe, half-size étouffe. See. Demi-petit Suisse, the name for an extra small petit Suisse to distinguish it from the gros. Demi-sel. Normandy, France. Soft, whole, creamy, lightly salted. Resembles Gournay, but slightly saltier. Also like U.S. cream cheese, but softer and creamier. Demi-sel croissant. See croissant demi-sel. Derby or Derbyshire, England. hard, shaped like Austrian Nagelkäse, and the size of Cheshire, though sometimes smaller. Dry, large, flat, round, flaky, sharp, and tangy. A factory cheese, said to be identical with Double Gloucester and similar to Warwickshire, Wiltshire, and Leicester. The experts pronounce it a somewhat inferior Cheshire, but deficient in its quality and the flavor of Cheddar. So it's unlikely to win in any cheese derby in spite of its name. Devonshire cream and cheese, England. Devonshire cream is world famous for its thickness and richness. Superb with wild strawberries, almost a cream cheese by itself. Devonshire cream is made into a luscious cheese, ripened on straw, which gives it a special flavor, such as that of French foin or hay cheese. Dolce Verde, Italy. This creamy blue vein variety is named sweet green because cheesemongers are colorblind when it comes to the blue greens and the green blues. Domaći Beli Sir, Yugoslavia. Sir is not a title, but the word for cheese. This is a typical used milker cured in a fresh sheepskin. Domestic Gruyere, USA. An imitation of a cheese impossible to imitate. Domestic Swiss, USA, same as domestic Gruyere, maybe more so, since it is made in ponderous 150 to 200-pound wheels, chiefly in Wisconsin and Ohio. The trouble is, there is no alpine pasturage and Emmentaler Valley in our country. Domiati, Egypt. Whole or partly skimmed cow's or buffalo's milk. Soft, white, no openings. Mild and salty when fresh and cleanly acid when cured. It's called a pickled cheese and is very popular in the Near East. Dorset, Double Dorset, Blue Dorset, or Blue Vinny, England. Blue mold type from Dorsetshire. Crumbly, sharp, made in flat forms. Its manufacture has been traced back 150 years in the family of F.E. Dare, who says that in all probability it was made longer ago than that. See Blue Vinny. Dotter, Nuremberg, Germany. An entirely original cheese, perfected by G. Leuchs in Nuremberg. He enriched skim milk with yolk of eggs and made the cheese in the usual way. When well ripened, it is splendid. Doubles. The English name cheese made of whole milk double, such as Double Cottenham, Double Dorset, Double Gloucester. Singles are cheese from which some of the cream has been removed. Double Cream, England. Similar to Wensleydale. Double Crème, France. There are several of this name, made in the summer when milk is richest in cream. The full name is Fromage à la double crème, and Pommel is one well known. They are made throughout France in season, and are much in demand. Dresdener Bierkäse, Germany. A celebrated hand cheese made in Dresden. The typical soft skim milker, strong with caraway and drunk dissolved in beer, as well as merely eaten. Drinking cheeses. Not only Dresdener, but dozens of regional hand cheeses in Germanic countries are melted in steins of beer or glasses of wine to make distinctive cheesed drinks for strong stomachs and noses. This peps up the drink in somewhat the same way as ale and beer are laced with pepper sauce in some parts. Dry, Germany. From the drinking cheese just above to dry cheese is quite a leap. This cheese, known as Sperrkäse and Trockenkäse, is made in the small dairies of the eastern part of the Bavarian Alps and in the Tyrol. It is an extremely simple product, made for home consumption and only in the winter season, when the milk cannot be profitably used for other purposes. As soon as the milk is skimmed, it is put into a large kettle, which can be swung over a fire, where it is kept warm until it is thoroughly thickened from souring. It is then broken up and cooked quite firm. A small quantity of salt and sometimes some caraway seed are added, and the curd is put into forms of various sizes. It is then placed in a drying room, where it becomes very hard, when it is ready for eating. From U.S. Department of Agriculture, Bulletin Number 608. Dobryala, see Brina. Dual, Austria. Soft, skim milk, hand type, 2 by 2 by 1 inch cube. Dunlop, Scotland. One of the national cheeses of Scotland, but now far behind Cheddar, which it resembles, although it is closer in texture and moisture. Semi-hard, white, sharp, buttery, tangy, and rich in flavor. It is one of the toasting cheeses, resembling Lancashire, too, in form and weight. Made in Ayr, Lanark, Renfrew, and sold in the markets of Kilmarnock, Kirkcudbright, and Wigton. Durak, Turkey. Mixed with butter, mellow and smoky. Costs $3 a pound. Durlag or Begug Paneer, Armenia. Sheep. Semi-soft to brittle hard. Square, sharp, but mellow and tangy with herbs. Sometimes salty from lying in a brine bath from 2 days to 2 months. Durmar Rarouche, see Rarouche. Dutch, Holland. Cream cheese of skim milk, very perishable spread. Dutch cheese, American vernacular for cottage or pot cheese. Dutch cream cheese, England. Made in England, although called Dutch. Contains eggs and is therefore richer than Dutch cream cheese in Holland itself. In America, we call the original Holland kind Dutch, cottage, pot, and farmer. Dutch Mill, USA, a specialty of Oakland, California. Dutch Red Balls, English name for Edam. Echorniac Trappe de, Périgord, France. Trappist Monastery, Port Salut. Made in Limousin. Edam, see Chapter 3. Egg, Finland. Semi-hard. One of the few cheeses made by adding eggs to the curds. Others are Dutch cream cheese of England, German Dotter, French fromage cuit, cooked cheese, and Westphalian. Authorities agree that these should be labeled egg cheese, so the buyers won't be fooled by their richness. The Finns age their eggs even as the Chinese ripen their 100-year-old eggs by burying them in grain, as all Scandinavians do, and the Scotch as well in the oat bin. But none of them is left a century to ripen, as eggs are said to be in China. Elbinger, or Elbing. West Prussia. Hard, crumbly, sharp. Made of whole milk except in winter, when it is skimmed. Also known as Werderkäse and Niederrangkäse. Ekiwani. Caucasus. Hard, sheep. White, sharp, salty, with some of the brine it's bathed in. Elisavetpolen, or Eriwani. Caucasus. Hard, sheep, sweetish, sharp, and slightly salty when fresh from the brine bath. Also called Kasach, Cossack, Tali, Kurini, and Karab in different locales. El Motable, Italy. Soft, mellow, tasty. Emiliano, Italy. Hard. Flavor varies from mild to sharp. Parmesan type. Emmentaler, Switzerland. There are so many types of this celebrated Swiss all around the world that we're not surprised to find Lapland reindeer milk cheese listed as similar to Emmentaler of the hardest variety. See Chapter 3, also Vacherin fondue. En envelope. French phrase of packaged cheese in the envelope. Similar to English packet and our process. Raw natural cheese the French refer to frankly as nu, in the nude. Engadine, Graubünden, Switzerland. Semi-hard, mild, tangy sweet. English dairy, England and USA. Extra hard, crumbly and sharp. Resembles Cheddar and has long been imitated in the States, chiefly as a cooking cheese. Entrechaux le Cachat. See Cachat. Époissé, Fromage de Côte d'Or, Upper Burgundy, France. Soft, small cylinder with flattened end, about 5 inches across. The season is from November to July. Equally proud of their wine and cheese, the Burgundians marry white wine to mark to d'Epoissé in making confits with that name. Erbo, Italy. Similar to Gorgonzola, the Galvani cheesemakers of Italy, who put out both Bel Paese and Taleggio, also export Erbo to our shores. Essay, Languedoc, France. Soft, smooth, and sharp. A winter cheese, in season only from November to May. Eriwani. See Elisabeth-Polen. Hervé, Champagne, France. Soft, yellow rind, smooth, tangy, piquant, 7 by 2½ inches, weight 4 pounds. Resembles Camembert. A wash cheese, also known as Fromage de Troyes. In season November to May. Essex, USA. Imitation of an extinct or at least dormant English type. Estrella. See Serra de Estrella. Étuve and demi-étuve. Holland. Semi-hard, smooth, mellow. In full size and demi-half size. In season all year. Evergleice, Yugoslavia. Sharp, nutty flavor. Excelsior, Normandy, France. Season all year. F. Factory Cheddar, USA. Very old factory cheddars is the trade name for well-aged sharp cheddar. New factory is just that. Mild, young, and tractable. Too tractable, in fact. Farm, France. Known as Ferme, Magre, thin. Fromage à la pie. Nothing to do with apple pie. And Mou, weak. About the same as our cottage cheese. Farmer. This is curd only, and is nowadays mixed with pepper, lox, nuts, fruits, and almost anything. A very good base for your own fancy spread, or season a slab to fancy and bake it like a hoe cake, but in the oven. Farmhouse. See Herrgårdsost. Farm Vale, England. Cream cheese of Somerset wrapped in tinfoil and boxed in wedges, 8 to a box. Fat cheese. See Frontage Gras and Malpener. Faneuil. See Tomé de Savoie. Ferme. See Farm. Feta. See Chapter 3. Fil de Dreux. Berne, France. November to May. Filled cheese, England. Before our processed and food cheese era, some scoundrels in the cheese business over there added animal fats and margarine to skimmed milk to make it pass as whole milk in making cheese. Such adulteration killed the flavor and quality, and no doubt some of the customers. Luckily in America we put down this vicious counterfeiting with pure food laws. But such foreign fats are still stuffed into the skimmed milk of many foreign cheeses. To take the place of the natural butter fat, the phony fats are whipped in violently, and extra rennet is added to speed up coagulation. Fin de Sicile, Normandy, France. Although this is an all-year cheese, its name dates it back to the years at the close of the 19th century. Fiore di Alpe, Italy. Hard, sharp, tangy. Romantically named Flowers of the Alps. Fiore Sardo, Italy. Ewe's milk, hard, table cheese when immature, a condiment when fully cured. Flandre Tulde, France. A kind of Marolles. Marole. Fleur de Deauville, France. A type of Brie. In season December to May. Fleur de Alpe. See Bel Paix and Millefiore. Fledeost, Norway. Like Gedeost, but not so rich because it is made of cow's milk. Fløtost, Norway. Although the name translates cream cheese, it is made of boiled whey. Similar to Mysost, but fatter. Flour, England. Soft and fragrant, with petals of roses, violets, marigolds, and such, delicately mixed in. Since the English are so fond of oriental teas scented with jasmine and other flowers, perhaps they imported the idea of mixing petals with their cheese, since there is no oriental cheese for them to import except bean curd. Fodder cheese. A term for cheese made from fodder in seasons when there is no grass. Good fresh grass is the essence of all fine cheese, so silo or barn-fed cows can't give the kind of milk it takes. Foggiano, Apulia, Italy. A member of the big Pecorino family because it's made of sheep's milk. Foin fromage de, see Hay. Fondue Vacherin, see Vacherin fondue. Fontainebleau, France. Named after its own royal commune. Soft, fresh cream, smooth, mellow, summer variety. Fontina, Val d'Acosta, Italy. Soft, goat, creamy, with a nutty flavor and delightful aroma. Fontaine de, Franche-Comté, France. A favorite all-year product. Fontanelli, Italy. Semi-dry, flaky, nutty, sharp. Fontini, Parma, Italy. Hard, goat, similar to Swiss, but harder and sharper, from the same region as Parmesan. Food cheese, USA. An unattractive type of processed mixes, presumably with some cheese content to flavor it. Forêt, also called d'Ambert, France. The process of making this is said to be very crude and the ripening unusual. The cheeses are cylindrical, 10 inches in diameter and 6 inches high. They are ripened by placing them on the floor of the cellar, covering with dirt and allowing water to trickle over them. Many are spoiled by the unusual growths of mold and bacteria. The flavor of the best of these is said to resemble Roquefort, from Bulletin Number 608 of the U.S. Department of Agriculture, to which we are indebted for descriptions of hundreds of varieties in this alphabet. Formagelle, Northwest Italy. Soft, ripened specially, put up in half-pound packages. Formaggi di pasta filata, Italy. A group of Italian cheeses, made by curdling milk with rennet, warming and fermenting the curd, heating it until it is plastic, drawing it into ropes, and then kneading and shaping, while hot provolone, caciocavallo, and mozzarella are in this group. Formaggini and Formaggini del Lecco, Italy. Several small cheeses answer to this name, of which Lecco is typical. A Lombardy dessert cheese measuring 1 1/4 by 2 inches, weighing 2 ounces. It is eaten from the time it is fresh and sweet until it ripens to piquance. Sometimes made of cow and goat milk mixed, with the addition of oil and vinegar, as well as salt, pepper, sugar, and cinnamon. Formaggio d'Oro, Northwest Italy. Hard, sharp, mountain-made. Formaggio duro, dry, and Formaggio Tenero. See Nostrale. Fort, see Fromage Fort. Formé, Cantal, and Latome, Auvergne, France. This is a big family in the rich cheese province of Auvergne, where many mountain varieties are baptized after their districts, such as Aubrac, Aurelia, Grand Mural, Roche, and Salers. See Forme d'Albert and Cantal. Forme de Montebrisson, Auvergne, France. This belongs to the Forme clan and is in season from November to May. Forme de Salaire. See Cantal, which it resembles so closely it is sometimes sold under that name. Frisa, or Panadas. Sardinia, Italy. A soft, mild, and sweet cooked cheese. Fribourg, Italy and Switzerland. Hard, cooked curd. Swiss type very similar to Spalen. C. Fries Kaas, fresh cheese. Holland. Dutch generic name for any soft, fresh spring cheese, although some is made in winter, beginning in November. Frisian. See West Frisian. Fromage à la crème, France. 1. Sour milk drained and mixed with cream, eaten with sugar. That of Guyenne is a noted produce, and so is d'Isigny. 2. Franche-Comté. Fresh sheep milk melted with fresh thick cream, whipped egg whites, and sugar. Morvan. Homemade cottage cheese. When milk has soured solid, it is hung in cheesecloth in a cool place to drain, then mixed with a little fresh milk and served with cream. 4. When Morvan or other type is put into a heart-shaped wicker basket for a mold and marketed in that, it becomes a coeur à la crème, heart of cream, to be eaten with sugar. Fromage à la Pie. See Fromage Blanc just below, and Farm. Fromage Bavarois à la Vanille, France. Dessert cheese, sweetened and flavored with vanilla, and named after Bavaria, where it probably originated. Fromage Blanc, France. Soft cream or cottage cheese, called à la Pie too, suggesting pie à la mode. Also farm from the place it's made. Usually eaten with salt and pepper, in summer only. It is the ascetic version of fromage à la crème, usually eaten with salt and pepper and without cream or sugar, except in the province of Bresse, where it is served with cream and called fromage blanc à la crème. Every milky province has its own blanc. In Champagne, it's made of fresh ewe milk. In Upper Brittany, it is named after Nantes and is also called fromage de Corée. Other districts devoted to it are Alsace-Lorraine, Auvergne, Languedoc, and Ile-de-France. Fromage bleu. See Bleu d'Auvergne. Fromage Huit, cooked cheese. Thionville, Lorraine, France. Although a specialty of Lorraine, this cooked cheese is produced in many places. First, it is made with fresh whole cow milk, then pressed and potted. After maturing a while, it is depotted, mixed with milk and egg yolk, recooked, and repotted. Fromage d'Aurigny. See Alderney. Fromage de Bayonne, Bayonne, France, made with ewe's milk. Fromage de Boîte, Doubs, France. Soft, mountain-made, in the fall only. Resembles Pont-l'Évêque. Fromage de Bourgogne. See Burgundy. Fromage de Chèvre de Châteauroux, a seasonal goat cheese. Fromage de Curé. See Nantes. Fromage de Fontenay-le-Comté, Poitou, France. Half goat and half cow milk. Fromage de Gascony. See Castellon. Fromage de Pau. See Le Foncé. Fromage de Saint-Remy. See Chèvre. Fromage de Serac, Savoy, France. Half and half, cow and goat, from Serac des Allues. Fromage de Troyes, France. 2 cheeses have this name. See Barberry and Hervey. Fromage de Vache, another name for Autun. Fromage de Monsieur Fromage, Normandy, France. This cheese of Mr. Cheese is as exceptional as its name. Its season runs from November to June. It comes wrapped in a green leaf, maybe from a grapevine, suggesting what to drink with it. It is semi-dry, mildly snappy, with a piquant pungence all its own. The playful name suggests the celebrated dish, Poulette de Madame Poulet, chick of Mrs. Chicken. Fromage Fort, France. Several cooked cheeses are named Fort, strong, chiefly in the department of Ain. Well-drained curd is melted, poured into a cloth, and pressed, then buried in dry ashes to remove any whey left. After being fermented 8 to 10 days, it is grated, mixed with butter, salt, pepper, wine, juniper berries, butter, and other things before fermenting some more. Similar extra strong cheeses are the one in Lorraine called fondue and Fromagère of eastern France. Classed as the strongest cheeses in all France. Fort No. 1, that of Flanders, potted with juniper berries, as the gin of this section is flavored, plus pepper, salt, and white wine. Fort No. 2, that from Franche-Comté. Small dry goat cheeses, pounded and potted with thyme, tarragon, leeks, pepper, and brandy. See Hazebrook. Fort No. 3, from Provence, also called Cachat d'Entrechaux. In production from May to November. Semi-hard sheep milk, mixed with brandy, white wine, strong herbs, and seasonings, and well maintained. Fromage Gras, fat cheese. Savoy, France. Soft, round, fat ball called tête de mort, death's head. Winter Brie is also called Gras, but there is no relation. This macabre name incited Victor Musi to these lines: Les gens à l'humeur morose prenant la tête de mort. People of a morose disposition take the death's head. Fromage mou, any soft cheese. Fromage piquant, see Remoudon. Fromagère, see Canculotte. Fromage de chèvre, Orléanais, France. Small, dried goat milkers. Frühstück, also known as breakfast and lunch cheese. Small rounds, 2½ to 3 inches in diameter. Limburger type. Cheeses on which many Germans and Americans break their fast. Ftinoporino, Macedonia, Greece. Sheep's milker. Similar to Brinza. End of chapter 18. Recording by Miriam Esther Goldman.